Today we're doing something a little bit different. From one London icon to another, we're going to be taking a trip on this classic Routemaster London double-decker bus. Right, so this is Route A, and it's like a heritage bus route that leaves from Waterloo Station and then goes over Westminster Bridge, up Whitehall, around Trafalgar Square and up to Piccadilly Circus, and then does the journey in return back to Waterloo Station here. And it sort of replaces the Route 15, which was the last Routemaster bus service that was run by Transport for London. Most of the Routemasters were removed from service in 2005, except for the two heritage routes that they were running. But in April 21, during the pandemic, our mayor decided to cancel the service and sold all the buses off. So this is the only Routemaster service that's now running in London. Right, so the service operates from 9:40 in the morning. That's when the first bus leaves Waterloo Station. Then it's 10:30, 11:30, 12:30. Then it changes to 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock. To travel on Route A Routemaster bus will cost you £7.50 if you want to do the whole journey. But that entitles you to hop on and hop off the bus any time during that day. But they also do short hops if you just want to experience a short hop on the Routemaster bus for £2.50. So it's great value for money if you want to experience a classic Routemaster bus. So this is Enrique, and he's the conductor of the Route A Routemaster bus. Do you want to tell us a little bit about how long this route's been running?
It's been running from 15th of October last year.
Right.
And since then, now we're waiting to continue, make it bigger, the route.
Yep.
And yeah, we're very happy, to be honest.
And you were saying to us earlier that most of the people that work for the company are all bus enthusiasts.
Yeah, most of them. Some of the drivers have their own Routemasters.
Yeah.
The big box have a lot of Routemasters as well.
Yeah.
And all of them, they are enthusiastic and they got a lot of knowledge.
So
tourists, most of them, they love the buses.
Yeah.
Everybody. When we pass by, say, "Oh, our Routemaster, and the conductor in the back." So it's magic, to be honest.
So this is the driver of the Route A Routemaster bus. What's your name, mate?
Sean.
Sean. What's it like to drive one of these days?
Well, to drive them is like being in a museum piece, because I'm used to driving modern buses.
Right.
And these are incredibly old-fashioned, incredibly basic. A lot of them don't have the power steering. So if you've got the power steering, it's a bonus. They've actually put automatic gearboxes in. This is a semi-automatic, which is a bonus. The good bit is, as you're driving along at Westminster Bridge, it's every 30 seconds somebody's taking a photograph.
Yeah.
Or at the front of the bus, they'll actually take a photograph, or even at the rear of the bus, they'll actually take a photograph.
Yeah.
But it's a bit like comparing driving a Model T Ford with a Jaguar. Driving like fairly modern buses, they tend to be spoiled, whereas this is over 60 years old, 61 years old. So it's an experience. It's like the old-fashioned cars. The old-fashioned cars, you had a clutch. If you pressed it down further, you had a brake. So you had a crash gate gearbox. I mean, the modern ones, like the one down there, it's all automatic. So this one you've got to earn your bread a bit more, as they say.
first Routemaster bus entered service with London buses in around 1956, and they ran until 2005. And the buses were always overhauled at a place called Aldenham Bus Works. And in its heyday, they used to restore or overhaul 50 buses a week there. And when they overhauled a bus, they'd take the body off the chassis, take the engine out, they'd overhaul the engine, overhaul the chassis, overhaul the body, overhaul the interior, but they would never necessarily put the same body back on the same chassis or the same engine back in. So they was all a bit mix and match all the time, because they was all owned by London Buses. And there's a really good video about Aldenham Bus Works that we'll put a link to in the description below. So years ago, you used to be able to smoke on Routemaster buses upstairs, but not downstairs. And then later on, they did it so you could only smoke at the rear of the bus. And also, right at the very back of the bus, when you go up the stairs, there's two little seats at the back where you always used to see a young couple late at night sitting there snogging. A young man and a young girl sitting there snogging on the back seat of a Routemaster bus. They always used to tear up the stairs to see if they could get the rear seat of the Routemaster bus. So apparently there was 2,876 Routemaster buses built, yeah, and there's 1,230 of them still in existence. So it's quite a few still in existence. But I would imagine there's more than that still in existence, because they don't know about the ones that are around. Some are around the West. They discovered some elsewhere in the world that were parked up in Singapore or somewhere. There was a whole row of them that just parked up in a bus yard somewhere that hadn't been used for years. And the other interesting thing about the Routemaster was that it was quite iconic, because when bus drivers used to take their test, they used to put them in a Routemaster bus and put them on the skid pan out at Chiswick bus garage, bus depot. And what they used to do was they used to coat the tarmac with water, and then the instructor would tell the driver to pull the handbrake up and do a skid turn, like turn the steering wheel round to the left. And they used to have to do it both ways, to the left and to the right. And you'd think the bus would fall over, but it didn't. It stayed up, and it's quite amazing to see what these bus drivers used to have to do. Maybe bus drivers should have to start doing it again. We might see less accidents on the roads if they did. Shows you how long since I've been on a bus. I don't remember the ceiling being this low. Someone stole my steering wheel. How am I supposed to drive this? Iconic, isn't it? But you know, it's such a long time since I've been on one of these. I didn't remember the ceiling being this low. I must have been a kid when I was younger. See, look, this is the old cuddle seat where you used to have your arm around your girlfriend sitting in the back here. So there you go, that was a real trip down memory lane, taking us back to our youth when we used to go to school on Routemaster buses and get on red bus rovers and travel all over London, and real value for money as well, because to do the round trip was £5 each, which was quite a surprise actually. It was cheaper than we thought it was going to be, and that was up to Piccadilly Circus and then back again. So as I said, real value for money, just a £5 for the round trip. And if you want to find out more information, we'll leave a link down in the description below. And don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification, just so you don't miss any of our future videos.
A very good morning to you. It's another fantastic day in London town. We are London, past the glorious city of today.
Hey, two of the first impressions.